Listen to me. Too many of you are wasting your life because you are focused on everybody else. You're watching what they post, you're listening to what they say, you're counting their money, you're watching their moves, and you're forgetting the only person who can change your life, you. You keep talking about your dreams, you keep telling people what you're about to do. But here's the truth. Nobody cares about what you say. They only respect what you do. That's why I'm telling you to focus on yourself and stay silent. Stop announcing. Stop bragging. Stop waiting for validation. Build in silence, grind in silence, and let your results do the talking. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You don't need their approval. You don't need their applause. All you need is that relentless focus on you, your mission, your vision. Because the moment you take your eyes off yourself to watch others, you lose momentum, and momentum is everything. If you want to win, lock in. Focus on your lane. Stop talking. Stop explaining. Stop begging people to believe in you. Let your success be the loudest noise you ever make. You keep wondering why you don't have the strength to finish what you started. You keep asking yourself, why do I feel drained? Why do I start strong and then fall off? Let me tell you why. Because you're spending all your energy talking instead of working. You're using your voice when you should be using your grind. Silence builds strength. Every time you open your mouth to explain what you're doing, to defend why you're doing it, to prove yourself to people who don't even care, you are giving away the strength that you should be storing up inside. Some of you are so loud about your dreams that you never make them real. You tell everybody, I'm about to start this business. I'm about to lose weight. I'm about to get this degree. I'm about to change my life. You've been saying I'm about to for years. But the truth is, the more you talk about it, the less likely you are to actually do it. Because words give you the illusion of progress. Talking tricks your brain into thinking you're working, but you're not. You're just making noise, and noise doesn't build strength. Silence does. See, silence is discipline. Silence is self-control. Silence is when you stop telling the world what you're going to do, and you put your head down and grind until you've got results so big. Nobody can ignore you. Strength doesn't come from bragging. It doesn't come from announcing. It doesn't come from trying to convince people. Strength comes from shutting up, showing up, and doing the work day after day. Let me give you an example. Think about the gym. The strongest person in the gym doesn't have to tell you they're strong. They don't have to walk around announcing how much weight they can lift. You see it when they step up to the bar, when they grab the weight, when they put in the reps. Their silence says it all. Meanwhile, the loud one, the one screaming about how strong they are, they're usually the one lifting the least. Because strength is proven through action, not words, that's your life. You want to be stronger. You want to be better. Stop announcing. Start applying. Stop talking. Start taking action. Stop looking for approval. Start building proof. Every day you stay quiet and work. You're adding weight to your foundation. You're stacking bricks. You're storing power. And one day, when it's time to reveal what you've been building, people won't be able to deny you. That's real strength. Let me go deeper with you. Silence also protects you. When you talk too much about your plans, you invite doubt, negativity, jealousy, and distraction. You tell the wrong person your dream, and they kill it before it's even born. You tell people you're about to start, and they laugh, they question, they discourage. And now, you're fighting battles you didn't even need to fight. Wasting energy you should have used on your grind. But when you stay silent, you protect your vision, you protect your focus, you protect your strength. Some of you think silence is weakness. No, silence is power under control. Silence is confidence without the need for approval. Silence is knowing who you are and what you're capable of without having to prove it with words. The strongest lions don't roar all day, they hunt. They move in silence, and the results speak louder than the noise ever could. I need you to get this. Silence builds strength because silence forces you to act. When you don't have the outlet of talking, when you don't have the release of telling people, the only way to get that satisfaction is to do the work. Silence creates pressure, and that pressure pushes you to produce, and production builds strength. So here's the challenge. Stop telling people your moves. Stop updating the world on your every step. Stop wasting your breath. Take that energy and put it into action. Take that passion and put it into practice. Take that vision and put it into results. Let silence be your fuel. Let silence be your shield. Let silence be the foundation that builds your strength. And when the time comes, when your results are visible, when your success is undeniable, when your greatness is standing tall for the world to see, you won't need to say a word. Your strength will say everything. Focus is everything. Focus is the difference between average and greatness, between wishing and winning, between almost making it and actually making it. Some of you keep wondering why your life looks the same year after year, and it's not because you're not working hard. You're working, but you're working in 100 different directions. You're busy, but you're not productive. You're moving, but you're not moving forward, and the reason, no focus. You say you want success, but you're distracted by every little thing. You pick up your phone every 5 minutes. You scroll for hours. You're checking what everybody else is doing instead of checking your own progress. You're trying to be involved in everybody's life but your own. And here's the truth. Greatness doesn't come to the distracted. Greatness only comes to the focused. Focus is your superpower. Focus is what takes average talent and turns it into extraordinary results. Focus is what makes the difference between someone who dreams and someone who achieves, because when you focus, you cut out the noise. You stop caring about what they're saying, what they're doing, what they're thinking. You lock in on your vision like a laser. And a laser cuts through anything. Let me be real with you. Some of you want to be successful so bad, but you're giving your attention to too many things. You've got goals, but you're also chasing distractions. You want to be wealthy, but you're wasting time on gossip. You want to be healthy, but you're up at 2 a.m. watching shows. You want to be disciplined, but you're playing games with your time. You can't hold your dream and your distraction in the same hand. One has to go. Focus is sacrifice. Focus means saying no. Focus means cutting out the good so you can make room for the great. Focus means missing out on what's temporary so you can build what's permanent. Focus means choosing the grind over the gossip, the discipline over the distraction, the mission over the moment. And that's hard, but that's what separates those who make it from those who don't. Think about the greatest athletes, the greatest performers, the greatest leaders. They didn't get there because they were more talented than everyone else. They got there because they locked in. They focused. They blocked out the noise. They gave up everything that didn't align with their vision. And because of that, the world had no choice but to recognize them. You have that same power. But you've got to stop letting your focus leak out in 1,000 directions. Every time you give your energy to something that doesn't serve your vision, you're weakening your superpower. You're diluting your strength. You're slowing down your progress. But when you focus, when you say, "This is what I'm about, and nothing is pulling me away from it," that's when you tap into your full potential. I'll be honest with you, focus is not glamorous. Focus doesn't get applause in the beginning. While everybody else is out partying, while everybody else is talking, while everybody else is doing 100 things, you'll be in the dark, alone, working. And nobody will clap for you. Nobody will post about you. Nobody will notice, but that's the price of focus. And if you can pay that price, the reward will come. Because the world might not see you when you're focused, but they can't ignore you when the results show up. Focus also builds consistency. When you focus, you're not bouncing from one thing to another. You're locked in on one vision, one mission, one goal. And when you do something over and over, day after day, you get stronger, you get sharper, you get better. Consistency creates mastery, and mastery creates greatness. But you can't be consistent if you're not focused. So here's the question: what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on your future, or are you focusing on other people's opinions? Are you focusing on your grind, or are you focusing on gossip? Are you focusing on your dream, or are you focusing on distractions? Because whatever you focus on, that's what grows. You focus on fear, fear grows. You focus on doubt, doubt grows. You focus on your dream grows. Your focus is your superpower, but only if you use it. Stop giving it away. Stop wasting it. Stop scattering it. Take it back. Lock it in. Aim it at your vision and refuse to let anything pull you away. Because once you truly focus, nothing can stop you. Energy is life. Energy is your fuel. And some of you don't even realize you're running on empty, not because you don't have potential, not because you don't have talent, but because you keep giving your energy to the wrong people, wrong situations, the wrong distractions. You keep pouring into everybody else and everything else. But when it's time to pour into yourself, you got nothing left. You've got to protect your energy like it's treasure, because it is. Your energy determines your focus, your grind, your discipline, your future. And when you let people drain it, when you let negativity steal it, when you let doubt eat it up, you're robbing yourself of the power to execute. Let me tell you something. Not everybody deserves access to you. Not everybody should get a piece of your time. Not everybody should get to be in your space. Some of you are too available, too accessible. You're answering every call, showing up for every event, listening to every complaint, letting everybody dump their problems on you. And then you wonder why you're tired, why you're burnt out, why you don't have the energy to chase your dream. Listen, it's not selfish to protect your energy. It's survival. If you don't protect your energy, your dream will die from neglect. Your potential will rot from exhaustion. Your purpose will get buried under everybody else's demands. You can't save everyone, you can't please everyone, and you can't show up for everyone. But you can show up for yourself. And that's the most important person you need to show up for. You've got to start being intentional about who and what gets your energy. Does that relationship push you forward or pull you back? Does that conversation inspire you or drain you? Does that environment make you grow or keep you stuck? If it's not giving life, it's taking life. And if it's taking life, you've got to cut it off. Period. Protecting your energy also means protecting your mind. You can't keep feeding your brain garbage and expect greatness to come out of it. If you spend hours watching nonsense, arguing online, scrolling through drama, you're poisoning your own well. Your thoughts are the seeds of your future, and if you let negativity plant itself in your mind, don't be surprised when negativity shows up in your life. Guard your mind. Feed it with things that lift you, challenge you, push you, and let's talk about your time. Because time is energy. Every hour you give away to something meaningless is energy wasted. Every moment you spend on distractions is power stolen from your dream. You've got to manage your time like a warrior. Every day you wake up with a certain amount of energy. If you don't decide where it goes, the world will decide for you, and the world doesn't care about your dream. The world will drain you dry if you let it. This is why boundaries matter. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out, they're filters to keep your energy pure. Boundaries are how you say, I respect my dream enough to protect it. Boundaries are how you say, I love myself enough to guard my energy. Because when you protect your energy, you become unstoppable. You show up to your grind with power, with clarity, with focus. You're not distracted, you're not drained. You're locked in. Think about it. What's the point of having ambition if you're too exhausted to execute? What's the point of having goals if you're too drained to pursue them? What's the point of having vision if you let everyone else's chaos blind you? Protecting your energy is not an option, it's a necessity. And here's the truth. When you start protecting your energy, people won't like it. They'll say you've changed. They'll say you're selfish. They'll say you think you're better than them. But let them talk, because the same people complaining are the ones who drain you the most. You're not here to please them. You're here to fulfill your purpose. And that requires power. That requires energy. That requires you to be fully charged, not half, dead from carrying everyone else's load. So from now on, I need you to treat your energy like it's sacred. Stop giving it to everybody. Stop wasting it on nonsense. Stop letting negativity rent space in your mind. Protect your energy and then invest it where it matters. In your growth, in your discipline, in your dream. Because once you do, you'll move with a force that nothing can stop. You'll have clarity when others are confused, strength when others are weak, and power when others are drained. Protect your energy and you'll protect your future.
Silence is one of the most powerful weapons you have, but too many of you waste it. You think you've got to tell the world every move you're about to make. You think you've got to announce your goals, your grind, your plans. You think people need to know when you're working, when you're leveling up, when you're going after your dream. But here's the truth. Silence is louder than any announcement you can make. Silence is strength. Silence is strategy. Silence is focus. You don't have to tell the world you're working when the results are going to scream it for you. You don't have to prove to people that you're grinding when the life you build will be undeniable. You don't have to argue with critics, clap back at haters, or convince doubters. Why? Because silence will humble them when you show up with results they can't ignore. See, some of you lose your energy because you're too busy trying to explain yourself. You're out here arguing with people who don't believe in you, trying to justify your grind, trying to get approval. And while you're talking, while you're posting, while you're debating, somebody else is working in silence. Somebody else is in the gym, in the library, in the office, in the lab. Somebody else is putting in hours while you're putting out words. And when the time comes, they'll have what you don't, proof. Silence doesn't mean doing nothing. Silence means doing everything without broadcasting it. It means waking up at 5 a.m. while the world is asleep and nobody knows but you. It means putting in overtime on your dream when your friends think you're chilling. It means stacking wins in private so you can shock the world in public. You've got to understand talking about your goals gives you a fake sense of accomplishment. You tell everybody, I'm about to start this business, I'm about to lose this weight, I'm about to get this degree, and when you say it, it feels good for a moment. You get applause, you get encouragement, you get validation, but here's the problem. That validation tricks your brain into thinking you've already done the work. And when it comes time to execute, you've got nothing left in the tank. That's why silence is so powerful. Silence forces you to prove it to yourself before you prove it to the world. Silence keeps you hungry because nobody's clapping yet. Silence keeps you accountable because you don't get the reward until you've earned it. Silence keeps you locked in because you're not distracted by applause or approval. Let me give it to you straight. The most dangerous person in the room is the one you don't see coming. The one who's quiet, the one who's working while you're watching, the one who doesn't need attention because they're too busy building. Be that person. Be the silent assassin. Be the one who's underestimated until it's too late. Silence also protects you from negativity. Because the more you talk, the more people will try to talk you out of your dream. The more you share, the more critics will doubt you. The more haters will attack you. The more voices will try to confuse you. But when you stay silent, when you move in private, when you grind without broadcasting, You give them nothing to aim at. They can't shoot down what they don't know exists. So stop telling everybody your every move. Stop trying to prove yourself with words. Stop trying to get validation before the victory. Let your work do the talking. Let your results be your voice. Let your success be the loudest sound in the room. Think about it. Nobody remembers the speeches of the greatest champions before they won. Nobody remembers the words. What they remember is the trophy, the medal, the legacy. You don't get remembered for what you said. You get remembered for what you did. And the only way to do something great is to shut your mouth, get in the grind, and let your silence scream when the work pays off. Silence is discipline. Silence is focus. Silence is patience. Silence is power. And when you master silence, you master yourself. So from this day on, stop talking about what you're going to do. Stop announcing your every step. Stop letting people know your next move. Move in silence, work in silence, grind in silence, and when the time is right, let your results roar louder than anything you could have ever said. Because silence, real silence backed by relentless action, will always speak louder than words. Results don't lie. You can talk all day. You can make excuses, you can promise, you can say I'm about to, watch me. But at the end of the day, the world doesn't respect what you say. It respects what you do. The scoreboard doesn't care about your excuses. The bank account doesn't care about your intentions. The degree doesn't care about how many times you said you were going to study. Life only pays out to results. That's why you've got to stop living in the world of talk and step into the world of proof. Don't tell me you're disciplined, show me by what you've accomplished. Don't tell me you're focused, show me by the progress you've made. Don't tell me you're hungry, show me by the sacrifices you've been willing to make. Because when you've got results, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to argue. The work speaks so loud, nobody can ignore it. Here's the truth. People will doubt you. They'll question you. They'll laugh at you. They'll underestimate you. But results silence the noise. Results shut the mouths of critics. Results turn doubters into believers. And results inspire the people who are watching you from the shadows, hoping you're real. But here's the thing, results don't come cheap. Results don't come fast. Results don't come easy. Results are expensive. They require sacrifice. They require sleepless nights. They require saying no to comfort, no to distraction, no to the easy road. Results require pain. Results require discipline when nobody's watching. Results require you to keep going when every part of you wants to quit. So when you see somebody who has results, understand they didn't get lucky. They didn't stumble into it. They paid the price. They paid in sweat, in tears, in sacrifice, in discipline. And if you want what they have, you've got to be willing to pay too. The best part, when you have results, they can't be taken away. Words can fade. Opinions can change, hype dies down, but results are permanent, that degree on your wall. Nobody can take it from you. That business you built from nothing, nobody can deny it. That weight you lost, that body you transformed. Nobody can argue with it. Results are proof, results are power, results are respect, and here's the mindset you've got to adopt. Stop chasing approval and start chasing results. Stop caring if people notice you. Stop worrying about if they clap for you. Stop stressing about who's watching. Put all that energy into producing something they cannot ignore. Because when the results come, trust me, the same people who doubted you will be the ones asking for advice. The same people who mocked you will be the ones respecting you. The same people who slept on you will be the ones saying, I always knew you had it in you. Let me make this clear. Your results are your resume. They speak louder than your words, louder than your promises, louder than your potential. Nobody hires potential. Nobody pays for promises. Nobody invests in I'm gonna. They invest in results. They believe in proof. They trust what you've already shown you can do. So the question is, What do your results say about you right now? Are they saying you're disciplined, focused, unstoppable? Or are they saying you're inconsistent, distracted, comfortable? Your results don't lie. They tell the truth about your habits, your mindset, your effort. And if you don't like what they're saying, it's time to change the story. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for somebody to believe in you. Don't wait for motivation. Start producing results right where you are with what you have right now. Because the moment you start producing, the world starts paying attention. And here's the beauty. Once you start stacking results, they multiply. One small win leads to another. One completed goal builds confidence for the next. One breakthrough creates momentum for the bigger breakthrough. Before you know it, you're not just chasing results, you're living in them. So stop talking, stop wishing. Stop waiting. Go create results, put in the work, pay the price, stay consistent. And when it's time, when you've got the proof, when the evidence is undeniable, step out and let your results do all the talking. Because when the results speak, the world has no choice but to listen. Everybody wants it fast. Everybody wants success now. Everybody wants the dream today. But here's the truth that so many people don't want to accept. Greatness takes time. Growth takes time. Becoming unstoppable isn't an overnight process. And if you're not willing to be patient, if you're not willing to endure the wait, then you'll never see the reward. See, patience isn't about sitting back and doing nothing. Patience isn't being lazy or waiting for miracles. Real patience is trusting the process while working your tail off every single day. Patience means you plant the seed, water the seed, nurture the seed, and believe, even when you don't see anything breaking the ground yet, that something powerful is happening underneath. That's the problem with most people. They quit too soon. They look at their effort and say, I'm doing the work, but I don't see the result. They're grinding, but they're not getting recognition. They're hustling, but the reward hasn't come yet, so they stop, they give up, and they don't realize that if they had stayed just a little longer, the breakthrough was right around the corner. Listen, timing is everything. You can be talented, you can be hungry, you can be disciplined, but if you don't understand timing, you will sabotage your own success. There are seasons for planting and seasons for harvesting. You can't rush harvest season. You can't dig up the seed just because it's taking too long. You've got to stay committed and trust that the time you've invested will eventually pay off. Patience separates the average from the great. Because average people only keep going when they see results. But the great ones, the unstoppable ones, they keep grinding when there's nothing to show for it. They keep working in silence. They keep pushing in the dark because they know eventually when the timing is right, their work will be undeniable. Think about it. Every skyscraper starts with a foundation that nobody sees. Months, sometimes years, go by before a single floor rises above ground. People passing by don't even notice the progress. They might even laugh, man, they've been working forever and there's nothing there. But the builders know they're not wasting time. They're preparing something massive. They're laying a foundation that can hold the weight of greatness. That's patience, that's timing, and that's exactly how you've got to treat your life. You've got to understand that waiting isn't wasted. The waiting season is the building season. The waiting season is where your character is shaped, your discipline is forged, and your mindset is tested. Because if you can't handle the weight, you won't be able to handle the weight of success when it comes. And let me tell you, timing matters just as much as patience. You can't force success before it's time. You can't rush greatness. You can't demand that your dream arrive early. If you pick fruit before it's ripe, it's bitter. If you rush a process before it's ready, it collapses. Success has a perfect timing, and if you're too impatient, you'll miss it. But here's the good news. If you can master patience and timing, you become dangerous, because then nothing can stop you. Delays don't discourage you. Silence doesn't scare you. Waiting doesn't weaken you. It sharpens you. It makes you hungrier. It makes you stronger, because you know, without a doubt, that your time is coming. So here's the challenge. Stop comparing your timeline to someone else's. Stop looking at their success and wondering why you don't have it yet. Your journey is different. Your time is different. Your season is different. And if you stay faithful to your grind, your harvest will come when it's supposed to come. Stay patient. Keep building. Keep grinding. Keep showing up day after day, even when nobody claps, even when nobody sees it, even when it feels like nothing's happening. Because something is happening, growth is happening, strength is happening, preparation is happening. And when the timing is right, all the work, all the patience, all the silent seasons, they will pay off. Don't rush it, don't quit it, don't waste it. Master patience, respect timing. And when it all aligns, you won't just step into success. You'll step into unstoppable greatness. So hear me loud and clear. Your life is in your hands. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not society's yours. Stop wasting time explaining yourself to people who don't even believe in you. Stop begging for approval. Stop waiting for permission. You've got everything you need right now to build the life you've been dreaming about. Lock in, focus on yourself, grind in silence, be patient, respect the timing, and when the world finally sees you, when the results finally break through the ground, they won't be able to ignore you. But until then, stay disciplined, stay hungry, stay silent, and keep moving, because your breakthrough is coming. And when it does, you won't just succeed, you'll become unstoppable.